reading for the month of September 2016. So this is for anyone born under the sign of Virgo, whether that be their sun, moon, or rising sign in Virgo at the time of birth. So this is just a spread for the planetary alignments or planetary effects on the sign of Virgo for the month of September. So this is a general spread. I will do a love spread for romance partnerships, singles, towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get into the general reading. All right, the first position represents where Virgo is currently this month. So currently you are at the 10 of Wands. So this is kind of, I feel like some of you are defeated by your worries, but for the majority, I feel like you are walking away from these things that have held you back, these fears, these worries, some past situations with others. There may have been a very difficult, some words that were exchanged with someone else. May have been a very, very big fight, and you had to walk away from a situation. It may have not ended in the best way for you, but you are you're picking yourself up. You may have been very wounded, very hurt by the words that were exchanged or just by the situation itself. And you're picking up, no matter how sad you feel right now or how distressed you are, you're walking away from this negativity. And it could just be, as small as you deciding not to allow your fears and worries get the best of you, and you're walking away from all of that. Picking up, moving forward. In the second position, it represents your challenges and potential this month. So potential, you have this fiery energy. You're moving forward with courage, strength, knowing that you deserve better, that there is better for you out there. You see the positive out of the situation, no matter how detrimental or painful the situation is, how wounded you feel right now. You still have this fight within you, and you're willing to move forward, and you want to move forward. The challenge for some is getting to this point. For some of you, you may be just too wounded, too hurt right now to pick up where you left off and just move. You feel very defeated in life. You feel like there's a lot going on right now that you just can't handle, and you're wondering why it's all happening to you. But more so, these defeats are really in your head and your mind. There may be some people, bringing their negativity to you, but you have the courage, or you need to adopt this courage and strength to just walk away and just ignore them and tune that stuff out. Get out of that, negative thinking pattern and move forward. Okay, so what should be focused upon this month? We have the Devil card. So the focus should be kind of just to live a little bit, because some of you may be just a little too serious or too practical this month, too much in your head, and you just need to move forward with having a little bit of fun, enjoying some lively pleasures. Some of you may need to have sex. You may be depleting yourself from that, working too hard. Some of you may feel that you're not attractive enough to, get what you want or attract that person that you want, but you need to focus on what makes you happy and where your desires are, what you want to experience at this time, and live a little bit is what I'm getting. Okay, so for your past, where you're coming from, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're coming from a place of you work on yourself a lot. It's known, or it's said, that Virgos are very, very much perfectionists. They work very hard. They want things to be precise. So it's like you are working on yourself. So the past you're coming from is that you're doing a lot of work on yourself, a lot of self-reflection. Trying to get yourself out of this hole that you're in. There may be some financial setbacks, and you're trying to pick yourself back up. Do some overtime, do some extra work for yourself. So your work, there's a lot of focus and being alone, and just, not really living. This person is like, kind of looks worn out and tired and just doing too much routine. It's like a routine that you're in, and you need to get out of that. Okay, so the strength for you, your strength this month is the Death card. So your strength is that you are allowing transformations to come in. You're allowing aspects of yourself to be put to rest that are no longer serving you. You're seeing, or you're coming to realization that you need to change things in your life, and you are willing to do that. You are open to this change. And for some women, it is taking care of themselves from now on. You may have been in a abusive relationship, some sexual abuse, or feeling abused, like taken advantage of sexually, if it's not that serious as sexually abused, but feeling like you were in a relationship with someone that it was just based upon sex, or that's all you were getting out of it. And it's coming to that realization that you need to value yourself. And the focus is not to, for some of you, it can be not just to enjoy the earthly pleasures, but it could be for some of you to get out of that situation of this person that just uses you as a sex object, not to get stuck in that situation ever again, and to continue to move forward. And that the strength is still there, that you still are able to move. Your future position, we have the Knight of Swords. So the near future is going to be for you. I feel like for some of you that it's going to be whatever you've been holding deep within you that you want to say, you're going to end up saying it. For some, it may cause a bit of a problem. It may be some fighting words exchanged, a little bit of confrontation with another or some other people. For some, the other half of you will be that whatever you have bottled up within you that you want to express, you're going to do that, and it's just going to come out. You're not going to really think too much into it. It's just going to happen. You're going to have to take this courageous energy with you. Leave behind this wounded energy, because some of you may feel trapped and go back into that and argue and fight to prove a point. But some of you, your intention is pure. You just want to speak your truth. You want to be honest. You want to say what it is. You want to stick up for yourself or others in some situation that you may have to do that for someone. Okay, when it comes to your suggested approach this month, it's the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is honoring your feelings and your emotions. To take others' consideration, their emotions into consideration, to trust your intuition, trust your gut feelings this month. Seek to understand yourself. If you're a man dealing with a woman, it is requiring that you honor how the other person feels, or at least try to understand what's going on within them, why things are occurring the way they are. So there may be some confrontation between a man and a woman this month. If you're a woman dealing with another woman, whether it be a friend, family member, coworker, if you're in a relationship with another woman, whatever it may be, you're going to have to honor how you feel, and you're also going to have to take the other person's feelings in consideration as well, hearing their part of the story. Some of you, this may be a Queen of Cups energy, which is a water sign woman, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So you may have to have some type of conversation with this energy. So that your approach should be with being in a loving type of feeling, honoring your feelings, but at the same time taking into consideration of how others feel, because the King or the Knight of Swords can sometimes just speak without thought, and they may, come across a little harsh because they don't think before they speak. They act before they think, I feel. So the advice for you, what you need to know is the Emperor. So what you need to know is that you are in charge of your life this month, that it's safe for you to take the leadership in your life this month and honor yourself. I feel like this is about honoring your feelings, honoring what you're about, who you are, and standing up for yourself. It's right in direct, it's right under direct with the Knight of Swords, which is, speaking your truth, right next to the next to the Strength card. So it's about speaking your truth, being honest, standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in, taking charge of your situations, knowing that you are not a victim in any way. Regardless if you feel you've been victimized, that you are actually stronger than you realize at this time. That you always were, and it's coming into realization of that. When it comes to your hopes and fears this month, we have the Unknown card. So when this card comes up in this deck, it means that whatever the inquiry or the question, whatever it is that you're asking about, is unknown. But what I'm feeling with this is your hopes and your fears is that you really don't know. It's like you're in a space where you don't know what you want right now. You're trying to kind of just dissect the situation where you're at and just go with the flow of everything. And your fears, it's like you really don't have any fears at this time. You're kind of just dealing with things as they come. You're just in the moment right now. So whatever you're dealing with is what you're dealing with. You're not really too focused upon the future. It's just like you're focused on the here and the now. Because this person, they're focused. The past that you're coming from is, you're working and working and working. You're in a routine. So it's like you're not focused on any future plans. It's really no creative energy in this reading at all. So it's like you're just going with the flow of things right now. When it comes to the potential of your future, potential future, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is contentment with where you are in life. You're content with a routine. But at the same time, you're holding on to something that you think is valuable, a valuable aspect of yourself. You feel as if you have the clarity that you need and that you know it all pretty much, that there's nothing else that is required of you. You don't require much right now this month, it seems like. You're just content with where you are in life and what you've learned and what you're gathering, what you're working on. So there's really nothing that you're trying to create this month or focused on the future. It's like you're just dealing with what's in front of you right now. Whatever comes up, you'll deal with that. But right now, you're just focused on the present. Okay, so that's the general reading spread, and I will be back with the love reading. Welcome back, Virgo. So this is going to be your love spread reading for September. So this is for anyone that is in a partnership or single, or if you're dealing with someone and you're single, whatever it may be. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the current situation in the love sector for you, we have 41 soulmates. So you're dealing with a connection with someone who, for some of you, you feel is your soulmate or that you connect with on a very deep level. For some, you're dealing with a person that you have a very strong connection to, a deep soul connection on a heart level, on an emotional level. You're able to communicate to each other open-heartedly. So you feel very content. You feel very happy within this connection. So that is at the heart of it, is this connection with this other individual who you have a strong connection with. The challenge this month is 31 why. So you're trying to understand this connection and this person. For some of you, it's kind of like trying to understand why this connection is not working. Why things are the way they are with this person, or why it didn't work. And you may be reverting back into the past with someone that you considered your soulmate. You're trying to figure out what went wrong. What did I do wrong? What was I not doing? So you're seeking that knowing, that understanding of what went wrong, or why the situation is the way where it's at. For the guidance, you have 43 deep knowing. So you need to trust your intuition when it comes to the soulmate connection. You need to use your higher wisdom. to understand just why things had to happen the way they happen in this relationship, or why they are occurring right now. Whether, you're dealing with some mishaps or things that you perceive as misfortunate or not very good right now within your connection. It's like you need to go within yourself to seek why. And the challenge for some of you may be that you don't want to understand. You're just kind of because you have this content energy this month where you're not looking forward towards anything. So it could be that there is problems in front of you, but you're not really seeking as to why they are or what's going on. What role did I play in this? Or am I a part of the problem, or whatever is happening? The focus is 25, round and round. So your focus is that you're just in a cycle. You're not progressing. You're not moving. When it comes to this love situation, it's like, there's transformation on the other side. There's some sort of shift that could occur, but it's like you're choosing to stay stagnant or to continue just the way things are, not really rocking the boat or moving. But it's like Spirit is trying to get you to shift and move, get out of this rut that you're in, whether you realize you're in a rut or not, or that you're just continuing cycles. It's trying to get you out of that. So it could also be that if you're trying to get back into this relationship with this other person, you need to wake up. For some of you, you need to wake up and realize that it's just not going to work. It's going to continue to go this way until you seek why it's happening. You're never going to move forward. So you need to seek that inner knowingness of why. The outcome is not for you. So the outcome of this is that this situation, whatever you're dealing with, love is not a game. You can't play games with, others, or they can't play games with you. It's not real, true love when you're dealing with someone like this. So this round and around and about means that this person, regardless if you have this deep connection with them, they're not for you. And it's coming to realization of that. For some of you, because I feel like in your general reading that you were dealing with a situation that was unhealthy. So I feel like majority that it will be that this person, you realize that they're not for you. For some, it's a relationship that you're dealing with where there is a soulmate connection, but it's like you're not willing to make things work. You're keeping yourself stuck. You're not trying to understand why, you just can't get it right, or you can't get it together. And it's like you're not even willing to put your effort in. They're not moving. There's nothing happening on this chess game. So it's like nobody's putting in any effort. And that's just not going to work. There's not going to be any harmony in that. Okay, so that's the reading, Virgos. I hope that this was helpful, that it has resonated and it sheds light on situations for you. So I send you guys all lots of love and light. Bye-bye.